Welcome back to Unfiltered. This is Jay Skyline and James on GMWorldWideRadio.com. And we are about to get into the Camp YOLO.
YOLO.
Huh?
YOLO.
Okay, Camp YOLO. YOLO. You know, nobody has corrected me for a week before this review. I've been saying it that way the entire time.
Oh, YOLO. All right.
So, but yeah, we're about to do this. Before we get into this, I would like to shout out to him. He was, I wouldn't say wrongfully, because I guess it is a city ordinance. But the city decided to be petty with him a few months ago when he tried to do a benefit for Children's Hospital. So shout out to him for fighting a system that we didn't know was fighting him. What's the point of fighting him about this? It was going to a good cause. It would get city workers something to do, clean some shit up after the cause was over. But
it wasn't that big of a deal.
It wasn't.
No.
James, you have anything you want to say before?
Yes. I didn't give you that many. I heard. The reason I'm saying this right now is because I listened to probably the worst songs beforehand. It's like, oh my God, look at me now. I think that was another one we might have listened to. Like, it was like, I was looking up on YouTube, see what it was, the preview beforehand. And just, it had to been the 3 top worst songs in my list. And I was like, I wasn't really fucking with it. I didn't listen to all of them completely when I first listened to it. So I didn't really give you a chance. So I was thinking like, this is going to be rough, but I got into it. I sat down, I listened to the whole thing. I should give everybody more chances. You deserved a chance, and you got your chance. You got a fair chance. I just thought I was going to come into something bad, but this is actually this is a pretty good project. So I'm sorry, even though you probably didn't even know, which, I mean, you wouldn't have, but I'm just saying.
All right, we'll get into this review because now it's getting a little sad.
I'm sorry.
Production for this product was mostly done by Stevie B and Big Germ.
Big Germ and Say Easy, and then we got 2 songs with Little Rico. So yeah,
a lot of high-profile Pittsburgh features on this album.
Yeah.
Everyone from Jimmy Wapo to Asco to Hardo is on this project, and anyone you can think of in between.
What do you want to just list them all off real quick?
No, because I can't.
I'll just do it. I got Jimmy Wapa, Doo Wop, Asco 100K, John Cisco with that song. There is an unfeatured vocalist artist, female, D-Clack, Hardo, and Kurz. So those are all fairly well-known people out here in Pittsburgh. So.
The album started off with the intro was decent. I have no problem with what the intro was about.
Mm-hmm. Stevie Wynn, that was like with the heavy auto-tune.
This is the weird thing with me and with him. I'm not into his auto-tune that much. I'm really not. His 9 out of 2 songs are great.
Mm-hmm.
Also, shout out to Batty, because I didn't think I was gonna like Batty at first. The 4th track.
Batty? Oh, that was good.
That's actually one of the cooler odes to a girlfriend or to like the female character in your life that you fuck with. That was actually really dope. Like really, really dope. One of my favorite tracks, to be honest with you. And it's weird to me because it's not the normal track I'll be into, but I fuck with Batty heavy. Mm-hmm. Both is cool, but after that it's OMG to man.
OMG.
OMG.
That was the first one I heard. And
that, again, I'm not good with anything that's with the word OMG.
It could be, you can hit a younger crowd with that, maybe. Not me particular with that song. I'm not saying it's a terrible song, just not a song for me.
I don't like it. Personally, I'm just keeping it 100. It's not for me. I don't like the track.
I'm gonna skip it because I'm not.
I actually skipped talking about this. Also, cheat code. I'm not into cheat code, but this also runs into this line of things I've noticed with Jimmy Wapo features. I don't like Jimmy Wapo features.
Not really that much.
So most songs that feature.
You know what? I take that back. Rent Stew for Flatline Izzy.
That's the only one. I've listened to like 7 or 8 tracks now since Jimmy Wapo's become popular.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, and he's been featuring on other people's tracks, and I'm like, yeah, this ain't.
He's not putting really actual work in.
Not compared to what Asco and Hardo do on the tracks that they're on.
Yeah.
Asco snapped on No Thanks. No Thanks is one of the best songs that I've heard on this entire album.
Yeah.
With both. Like, it's not just Asco. Camp goes in on this too. But like that song to me is what I expect out of any of the features he has on the album.
These are
same thing with Hardo and Kill Me. Hardo and Kill Me, and that was one of the few ones where Kill Me has a auto-tune hook. I think that one's not bad. That's one of the few ones that's not bad. One that I ended up having to get into. It took me like 4 listens to fully grasp what I was listening to on Intervention, because I at first thought I had heard some of the worst auto-tune I'd ever heard in Intervention. Then, and I could be wrong, but it started to click with me that the auto-tune is more like emotion, and I'm getting the raw emotion of his pain on Intervention. That's the only thing I can get, because the hooks is, he can't be doing this out of the idea that he thinks this is the perfect pitch. To me, it's more or less like him crying almost, and not like in a bad way, but it's like Intervention is like a deep song of him talking about, I guess, a girl he used to talk to, and one of his homeboys that died, I guess, from overdoses.
Yeah. And
it's a deep, passionate song, which at first I didn't like, because the auto-tune was just too much for me at first. Then, like I said, the auto-tune to me is actually, after I listened to it about 3 or 4 times, like this song specifically, because I was really confused on my feelings on this specific song. And again, I think the auto-tune is emotion. Raw motion that he tried to funnel through the auto-tune, which is not a bad thing after I got into it after a while.
Yeah.
But since we've been back on air doing rap jury segments on this show, that song was one of the harder songs for me to just sit down and grasp, because I'm like, the message is so deep, but I'm not sure where I'm supposed to understand the auto-tune at. And I think I got it. Like I said, I think I got the understanding of it. I hope. Also, Good Intentions is one of the songs that I think In the City has gotten a lot of talk recently because of D-Clack's verse on that song.
D-Clack calls out Jimmy Wapo, Hardo, OE, Dua, Black J, Reese Youngin, Lil Scoey. That's the list.
But in the overall view, I didn't like the song that much.
It was pretty good. I thought it wasn't too bad. I mean, I still like the whole Kendrick, calling out everybody type deal.
Yeah, it's D-Clack though.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. I'm just saying now that
it's one of the better features on the album. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he puts actually more work than Jimmy. We'll just go ahead and you set the bar low.
Oh, Jimmy, I don't even feel like Jimmy tried. And they shot a video. The video didn't look great to me. Like that, everything that deals with that song Chico was not great to me.
Yeah, Chico wasn't. But I'm going to run down the list real quick. Intro, See Me Win, Chico. That was a feature with Jimmy Wapo.
Why are you running down the list?
Because I think we missed. Oh yeah, both. Doo-Wop. That was a good one.
I'm indifferent on that song.
Okay.
It's not good or bad to me. Yeah. That's why I didn't bring it up, because I don't have any actual opinion on both.
How about Us Two? Us Two was a good one.
Us Two was cool. Yeah. That was for 15 tracks. I'd say that's in my top 7 or 8 tracks on the album. Us Two is definitely a dope one. Like I said, after that, again, the hard because it's a mixture. Like each song, outside of the ones that I've already named to say that I truly don't like, if it has auto-tune, there's usually a point where the auto-tune gets dragged out too long.
I think that's what I felt like in 12. Look at Me Now.
Yeah, I'm not into Look at Me Now. That was one of the singles. Most of the singles I didn't like. The things that we can find easily on the internet, like the YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those were the tracks where I was like, yeah, I'm not really into this that much. And when I delved into the album and him spinning his bars and getting his lyrics up, I'm like, oh yeah, I fuck with this. Again, no thanks. Even though this is one of the ones he releases a single. That was one of the ones where I'm like, okay, Baddie. And Baddie is, like I said, Baddie has at least a subject about it to it. Like this song is strictly basically about his girl and how him and his girl run this shit. And I still run with it. Yeah, like I said, and Look at Me Now is in a weird place. It's sandwiched between Kill Me and Intervention. So yeah, that one I respect the fact that he is arrogant about some things. Like he's a confident. You can see that by tracks like See Me Win and Wanna Be Me and stuff like that. So yeah, like I said, no, I'm all down for most of this project. After that, what was Until is that Unit Save Me or Until? Because I forget the name.
Which one?
14.
14 Can't Save Me.
Oh. Okay. So yeah, Can't Save Me. Oh yeah, Can't Save Me was one of the better ones. I just couldn't read the name that was on the paper. Can't Save Me is one of the best tracks out there. Again, that's one of the more raw cuts. So like he can get, that's the thing. He has a very large range from being able to get like his vocal tones and getting the melody part of his voice and then getting raw with this shit. I'm more into Camp Yola's raw material. Like the things where he's going in and getting these bars. That's where I'm at with this. Again, that's why I said no thanks. Kill Me with Hardo. I like him when he's on tracks with other people outside of WAPO, and I think it's because I don't look at WAPO as one of them dudes that's out here killing the beat. He's like riding beats. When he's out here with somebody that knows how to mark a beat with him, like I said, Hardo, Asco, D-Clack, he'll go in with these people at the energy they have, and it's very impressive how much you can get out of camp. Yeah. When he's straight bar for bar with these dudes. Now, when he wants the melody and do the tones and stuff like that, that's where he starts to lose me a little bit. And it's a little bit, like I said, there's tracks like Batty still has a little bit of a melody to it that I like. So there's ways to do it, but he does it a lot on his album where it loses me.
Yeah, definitely same. Yeah, again, it's just cheat code up.
Cheat code was really generic to me.
It's just, it was just whatever. I didn't really care.
Like, everything about cheat code was like very generic to me. The song, video, everything.
And then I feel like Look Me Now just had way too much auto-tune with that. I mean, something I don't know. I just wasn't really vibing with that.
Take away auto-tune from like 3 or 4 of the tracks on here, and it probably makes it a lot better.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know how to tell people how to use auto-tune because some of y'all are really confident about this, and this is one of the ones where I'm like, you might be a little overly confident about this auto-tune. I'm really interested to hear like a mixtape, like a street mixtape out of camp. To see like what if I got 12 tracks of the straight bars out of you, and almost no auto-tune, what would be the product? I'd be interested to hear it. Just saying like that though. But yeah, this project it's a roller coaster for me.
But you want to go off top 3, bottom 3? This is a 15 track, so this is going to get 3 and 3.
Yeah, it's getting the full.
This is going to get the full review. So I'll start with the worst. Number 3, it's going to be Look at Me Now. Number 2 is Cheat Code. Number 1 is Oh My God. So, I mean, that's just me. So yeah, again, that was Cheat Code 3, 2 was Look at Me Now, and then 1 was Oh My God. I just wasn't really liking them. Jordan set it up pretty much clearly. Cheat Code's generic. I mean, like I said, there was something with the auto-tune, maybe it was on both ends, or just, I don't know, there was just a little too much. And then, oh my God. It's, like I said, that may be for younger people, but that ain't for me. I don't know.
For me, it's damn near the same 3, except I'm going to have one that's going to be kind of more of a, I didn't talk about it much, but I just wasn't into it. Cheat Code's going to be my 3. See Me Now's 2, and OMG's my number 1. Again, Good Intentions was close. I think D-Clack saved that one to me because Good Intentions hook is really hard for me. Like, isn't it like, this is not the one where he repeats like AA or something? Like, it's a really, the hook for Good Intentions could have well enough got it into my top 3 verse. You want to kick off your top 3 best?
Okay, so See Me When, I actually really like that one. With that auto-tune, it was like a really heavy auto-tune. It was kind of like what is that? Who would you consider that auto-tune? I think that'd be more of T-Pain.
Okay. I mean, that's as strong as auto-tune gets outside of like Ron Bros.
Yeah. Whenever he was like really trying to sing with the auto-tune on that, I like that. I mean, I don't think he's like perfected auto-tune yet.
I nowhere believe that he's anywhere close to perfecting auto-tune.
So, I mean, I thought it was kind of cool on that song. I liked it. And I like the production. The beat was good too. So I have that as number 3. Good Intentions was number 2, and then I have Batty number 1. Good Intentions, I like how you call it, not you, but D-Clack, call it out, everyone. I like a call out album. I mean, a CD, call it song, but those are my expectations now. If I'm going to see D-Clack, I expect you having YOLO on your track and on your album, whatnot. And Batty, that was pretty hard. I like that. So that's my number 1 on that.
To me, Batty is like almost the perfect mix of like what I look for in a song that can be played when I want to play it and on the radio.
Yeah.
Like, I think Batty should be on the radio. Like we're gonna get that spinning up on here, definitely. Saying that, my top 3 will be, number 3 will be Intervention. Again, I love the message and the emotion of Intervention, even though it's almost to the point where it's not even musical, it's poetry to me. Because like I said, musically, I'm not sure how good the song is. Poetically, I think it is a great song. After that, we're gonna go to Baddie. That's my number 2. Again, for a chick song, a radio song, and it's a gritty chick song. Like it's still like feminine for women, but it's like this is my down bitch, and I fuck with that track like that. Like it's literally like this is a ride or die type of track. So like it's almost like Lil Wayne Riders. Like if y'all ever listen to him, Lil Wayne's remix to Visions of a Rider, it's like a women's version of it. It's almost like that to me. And then my number 1 will be No Thanks featuring Asko. Again, that's where I get my bars out of camp right there. Like I said, I'm definitely No Thanks is my favorite track. Definitely.
Yeah, Kill Me and No Thanks. I want to put as I have a like honorable mention. Those are probably the best like heavy feature, and like he keeps up with both of them. I think on both of them. So that's like for me like a little side.
And also shout out to All Us, the track that ended the album. That was definitely a good ending of the album. Definitely gets a little more serious at the end of the album. I know we didn't talk about that at all. To me, this album had the intro was cool and the outro was good. Again, my biggest issue is autotune, man. I just think the autotune took over some of the songs in ways that it was past vocal pitch and more robotic to me in some places. Like just overly robotic. Like that's my biggest drawback from this. But like I said, lyrically, I might get a little too much of the overly street talk sometimes, but that's might be the life you live. I can't knock that. But outside of that, like I said, lyrics were fine. Might be a little repetitive after a little while, but no, like I said, lyrics cool. Production was perfect. It's just you live a risky world when you're out here playing around with the autotune, man.
Yeah, autotune's it's hard to perfect it. That's all.
It's hit or miss, man. Nobody's out here toting like, yeah, that's an all right autotune. It's either we fuck with your autotune and we don't. In more cases than not on this album, the autotunes were dragging me down on some songs.
On some, yeah. But overall, I'm gonna give you a 3. That's what I'm gonna go for. I think you have a lot more work. I think you did a good job, but I think you could have taken off like. I want to Camp YOLO, like YOLO World. I mean, you're thinking this is going to be strictly Camp YOLO. You got a lot of features, and that's great. But I want to see just more what you can do. You can keep up bars with everyone, so just do that yourself. I mean, you can still have some features, but you don't want Jimmy Wapo coming on your track and not really doing much work. I don't know if it's because he doesn't want to try. I don't know. I mean, or he's just or he's not really good for features. I don't know.
It's a universal thing with me and the Wapo feature thing. Outside of Ren 2, I've not listened to a lot of tracks with feature Wapo that I like. Saying that, I'm going to give it a 3 too. Like I said, this is a middle of the line project for me. Like I said, you got to get in there. To me, working with autotunes like shooting free throws. You just got to practice. Like, I don't know how you practice. Like, you just got to practice pitches. You might not even need to be making music. You just got to be out here just, like, vocal toning, hitting A's and B flats and shit with your voice. Yeah, that's really where I live with this album. Like, it's
like, just practice. Yeah, that's the greatest way to do it.
He's a catchy artist.
Yeah, you can do it.
He's definitely a catchy artist. Like, I get radio appeal out of him. And, like, not just, like, poppy radio appeal. Like, he gets a good, gritty radio appeal out of me when it comes to this. It's just... I'm not into the overly amount of autotune. And again, everybody knows me. I support autotune, but you got to practice, man.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at with the autotune. You practice with it, and I think you'll perfect it. And I think we'll get to the point where I want to listen to whole songs with you with autotune. But you got to figure that part out. But again, I think you got the chick songs. You got that down. Your features when it comes down to Asko and Hardo, because the thing that I noticed is I never listened to you before this album. So when I saw the track list and I saw Wapos, the Hardos, and the Askos of the world, I'm like, he better not get 8 on his own song. He doesn't get 8 on his own song. And when it comes to Cheat Code, I don't think any of y'all did good on Cheat Code. So like, it's not like either of y'all did better or worse. When it comes to No Thanks, I actually think you might have bettered Asko on No Thanks. And Hardo, it's hard, bro. Hardo, you and Hardo did good together. But I will give it to Hardo on that track. Just Hardo goes in trying to it's like he's cutting people's heads off sometime when he wants to go in.
Yeah.
But to respect the fact that at least I believe that Hardo gave you his best, where I'm still, like James said, I question how much true energy you got out of Jimmy Wapo on that track. But saying that again, man, happy to get YOLO World. Like I said,
this is a good one. You could check it out. We saw it on YouTube. You probably get this iTunes, Spotify.
Yeah, this one's for sale, y'all. So get y'all wallets out for this one.
But no, it's still good production. It's so good.
Oh, this is probably one of the best produced albums I've listened to, especially I guess producing. Like I don't know what engineering parts of this is because again, somebody got to tell you something about this auto-tune at some point. Like it's a mood point for me. Like because I think this could be really great if the auto-tune was tuned differently. Like just engineering work really is what I think. Like, I don't know if you need to change the damn thing with this album outside of the fact that your auto-tune needs to be changed. I really don't.
But yeah. But I also want to make a shout out to everyone. Actually, just Campiola and Charles Slum. They're also having a concert on the 8th. We have it up on our page. It's over here. I think it's somewhere. Was that Shady Side? Maybe I'm not too sure. But it's somewhere around here. It's on our page. We'll give you more detail later on. But they have something coming up, so looking forward to that. Also, Walkman, who reviewed earlier, this is Complex's release album, who just released his album last Friday. So check out that. This was a good rap jury. So I mean, we're gonna go say three. I had 3.5 for Revolution. I had 4 for Cam, and then I had 3 for Yola. I mean, everyone did good. Everyone had a good for what they had: mixtape, EP, and actual complete production album like that.
Yeah, like I said, this is probably going to be one of our more unique weeks where we don't have there wasn't any significant problems with either Cam or Charles Slum and Fly. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to, like I said, when it comes down to Camp, it's just like, bro, it's gonna get repetitive. Like, you're gonna get pissed listening to me when I keep on saying auto-tune. That's what ruined your album to me. But yeah, outside of that, no, we're cool. Like I said, this was a decent week. I didn't have to hear ear bleeding or cringe to anybody's music. I mean, let me take that back. OMG, even without the auto-tune, LMG is a bad song. This is a bad song and it's a bad concept. So yeah, I take that back. That's the only song. Every other song might be better without auto-tune. OMG could have just. I never need to hear another song with the words OMG as part of the name in it again. I don't even care if you spell out the words "Oh my God" like you're supposed to. Yeah. Saying that, before we get into transition, I do want to give you all the update before we go into our next little bit of a break. The fire chief that said that Mike Tomlin is just another no good nigga has resigned today from his spot as police chief. You knew that was coming.
Like, that's what you did. You just set this up where he's like, oh, I just want to get fired. Let me just do this.
No, like, it's not just get fired. You want everybody to know. You want your whole town and all your neighbors to know that you are racist and unemployed. It's like, hi. It's like being a pedophile but racist. Hi, my name is such and such, and I'm racist and unemployed because I said that I am such and such. Like. So, because he said, I apologize. Like, what's funny? It's like they interviewed the person that lived across the street.
Oh yeah,
like from the fire department. He's like, yeah, I see him all the time. I didn't know he was like that type of person. We don't stand for that type of stuff here. As soon as a person that lives in the neighborhood of your job is like, we're not doing this. Yeah, they're gonna get rid of you. Mm-hmm. Now it's because it is a fire department. It's one of those you can either quit or we can get you voted out. But like, if you make us vote you out, you're just gonna find out how unracist this town is. Yeah. So again, shout out to the town in question there. And again, no matter how you feel, resorting to calling people nigga is not the way to go. Like, you can be angry. You can be upset. Like, everybody has the right to be upset about this whole situation if you want to be. But calling people out of their name is not the way to go, especially if you're a grown-ass adult. Saying that, again, we are Unfiltered. We'll be right back with the Overly Unfiltered. We'll finish up a little bit of the talk on how we feel about the anthems, and we got some updated anthems. Malachi went through and did some tough research. We'll be right back. Again, this is Unfiltered. We give it to you straight. Check us out on GMWW Radio on IG and Twitter, and for me, JSkyline99 on Instagram,
and James_Lane on Instagram as well.
All right, so we'll be right back on Unfiltered.